met these guests in '96. We had over 200 people to sign up. We had a sign out in the front that year during storytelling that we were going to open the next year as a bed and breakfast. We had over 200 people to sign up that wanted to stay, and we had 3 rooms. And so I sort of interviewed these people when they'd come in and talk to me, because I knew it was a long-term thing. Most people just, once you start coming, you just have to come back year after year after year. And we wanted it to be people that we really liked, that we could have fun with, and that we look forward to them being here every year. So they didn't know it, but when they'd come in and sign up, I just sort of talked to them a little bit, and some of them were just, some of them it was hard to choose between this one or that one, and then some of them were, you know, they were so demanding, they were ready to pay their deposit right then to get their foot in the door, and you don't want them. And have some that were, one woman told me that we just needed to move out, and they'd take over the whole house, and things like that. You just,
but there are people that do that.
yeah. Now some people will allow you to do that. Not a business, of course, but we have friends who just rent their whole house and they leave town for the weekend. Yeah, they just trust people and hear.
Boy, they have to be pretty trusting.
Yeah, we have 2 or 3 friends that do that.
And the one above also, I guess. You think?
And then, the very first year that we were open, I started doing afternoon tea for our guests. So after breakfast, I had to start on that, and you know, it takes a while to get that together, and then I let them decide on the time that they want to have that, depending on what they have planned for the rest of the day. And then they gather here. We usually have it out on the back porch, and they sit out here. And they usually sit here for a couple of hours and just have a big time, and then go back out and finish up their day. So I'm busy all day.
So some of the people who attend the festival, they pay all this money to come, and they pay the entry fee, and then instead of going to some of the tents, they'll sit here.
I let them decide as a group, what time would you like to meet for tea today? And sometimes it's 4 o'clock, sometimes it's 3 o'clock, sometimes it's 2 o'clock, just depending on what they decide as a group, what time, because I don't want to interfere with their afternoon. I want it to be something they enjoy and not take away from what they're here for. But afternoon tea has become part of what they're here for. They enjoy that. And it's good just to, it gives us all time to sit down together. At breakfast, you know, we're serving them breakfast and back and forth to make sure they have everything they need. But at tea time, we sit down with them and we all have something to eat and visit with each other and get to know each other, really. I mean, it's, we all have a good time.
So what does the festival mean to you?
Well, it's as my wife and I were driving away from where we live, I turned to her and I said, you know, we've just moved into another world.
I know it's tough to boil down to one image, but if you could choose one image, be it visual or smell or sound, whatever, but one image that embodies the significance of the festival, for you, what would it be?
The first image that came to my mind, and it's because I guess I can't remember his first name, but the artist Bledsoe has done such nice posters for the festival almost every year. But the image of, and I think I have this poster at home, the courthouse tower jutting up into the sky, and all of these colorful tents around the town. The whole thing looks, it looks like a kind of a Brigadoon. A Brigadoon. Brigadoon! There you go. Brigadoon, that's my image. Unless you want one concrete smell or taste or something.
No, that's great. Do you know what the title of my dissertation is?
No.
Brigadoon Reborn.
Ah!
See, I'm right. I'm on to something.
I can't believe it. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Brigadoon. That's good. Yeah. It's maybe another word is, but not nearly as romantic as utopia. A utopian setting,
Yeah.
if not society setting.
The incredible thing about this space is that there's very little video, and the fact that it's a live performance with bodies in the same space makes this a very important potential revival, again, another revival of a thing where people aren't afraid to travel to it because it's a pilgrimage like a Hajj, and they feel safe when they are here. This is the only town in America this year that did not have a flag in every corn stalk. I mean, the flags are back, but Thursday night there was a flag in every corn stalk, and Friday morning there was one flag, and it was at the courthouse steps. What that meant was that the people coming here were in an oasis that doesn't exist anywhere else in the entire Western world. A place in the middle of war, in the middle of desert. You come together as physical bodies and have a thing which could be at any time blown up. I mean, if Mohammed bin Zayed or whoever's doing this, I don't think it's necessarily an Arabic name, whoever's doing this, if they wanted to get America, they would have blown this festival up, because this was where America was this past weekend.